Welcome back to the 11-foot homemade kayak. Woohoo! Okay, I've got a little piece of wood on here, so I put my rudder system onto it. You know, like we covered last time. There's a piece of wood just inside of here to make it firmer. So a bunch of construction adhesive and then a couple of screws into that block. And then let's go look at this. What happened over the weekend, I had put this on and I put some weight on it here and a couple of cans of paint right here to hold this tight. The weight shifted and caused, since I did not give my glue proper time to dry, and you'll see that in my thumbnail, all this right here, it just pretty much it opened up like this, so the whole bottom was open. So I had to turn it over and re-glue it. I didn't think about videoing that, but just make sure it's sitting flat on the ground, or you have something under here from sawhorse to sawhorse. It's probably best to sit right on the ground. But with my kayak, I built it so there is a little bit of a bow in it. So whenever I get around to cutting the front end, it also has a little bit more height for the water, so whenever you're paddling into a wave, and then I'm gonna let this down a little bit so you can see right here this overhang. I'm thinking about leaving that and contouring it a little bit, but we'll see. So all this will be cut and contoured here, and then maybe that for just kind of like a Carolina flare. Not gonna be going that fast, but sometimes when you're doing about 2 or 3 miles an hour and the wave's coming 5 or 6 miles an hour and then it hits the front, it splashes and splatters. But that's not a really big deal. Okay, so what I did for this right here, I took a Firehouse sub bucket. I'm not a great big fan of theirs, but they do, when they sell these pickle buckets, this one, yeah, I've had for probably 6 months or more and it still smells like pickles. But they come with lids for $3. So for $3 you get a bucket, a lid, and it has a rubber gasket in there. So pretty much when you snap it down, it's waterproof. And I cut it off right here. So I had this much. And if you figure in between here and here, that's exactly, it's right at 2 inches. You can see right there. I mean, it's so close. So I took a razor and I scored, let me get a better pointer. And I scored right around here like that. And I did the same thing under here. And I bent it until it cracked loose. So now I have a perfect space in here to fit a piece of 2-inch foam. You can see right there, you can see it. Let's get this down and out of the way. The next thing I did was I took this piece of foam right here, a large piece of foam, which is this part here that goes all the way to here, and I laid it on here and I traced it out. We step under there and trace that out. So now I have this deck. And what I did to get my top of my 5-gallon bucket in there is I cut it right down the center. Right down the center. And then put a bunch of construction adhesive all in there. And you can't, you know, I guess I can stick the camera inside there. And maybe, let's try to do this. Let's try to put some light in that thing. And then maybe it won't be too bright. All right, I'm gonna take the camera off. It's gonna be a little shaky, but you can get an inside view of it. I'm gonna bend it up. You should be able to see the bottom edge of that. bottom edge of the 5-gallon bucket. I'm gonna move you around just a little bit. If you need to see better, then just hit pause. And that's how all that looks in there. And then you can see I got some extra blocks of foam up under there for reinforcement, as well as up under the front. So I'll put me I should have put a piece of wood up under here, but I didn't put it. I wasn't thinking, got excited. So I'll have something to screw into. So what I'll do is I'll put a wood plaque into here and a wood plaque under it. And then it will give me something steady to screw to. There's a guy named Mandrews who's building one for his daughter right now, which I think is cool, very cool. And I got some of my information from his channel, and there's a lot of other channels too. But man, the one he's cutting out for his daughter right now, I swear I think the guy's an engineer, because he's got everything laid out and there's no guesswork like I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing guesswork. And from what I remembered that I watched on this video or that video, all right, let's turn it over. Pretty much all the hard stuff is done, physically hard stuff. I can't say that either, because I got to do a bunch of sanding now. And it's kind of physically draining. All right, and then I'm going to drop the camera down, so be prepared for some funky noises or something. I'm going to try to get you right at eye level. And hold on right here while I get my straight edge. As you can see, how much of a curve or rake we got in there. So when I start carving all this out, it's going to give me a nice bow to kind of splash into the waves. So I appreciate y'all watching, hanging in there. I lost 1 or 2 videos. I'm going to say I lost it because I've just been having terrible allergies and getting tongue-tied, and so I'd taken too much allergy medication on one day, and I thought I was fine. I watched the video back and said, oh Lord, that's awful. So I'm not going to post that. But if you have any questions, just leave in the comments. I'll answer as best I can, or you can go to one of the other channels that I've made note of in my description, because this is not totally my idea, and I'm just seeing if I can make one, because I think it's, like my friend says, the bomb diggity. All right, see y'all on the next one. Leave me a comment. Thank you.